everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and for today's video we are going to be doing my December TBR. I apologize that I have been slacking so much on videos lately. School and life have honestly just gotten away from me and December is going to be a crazy busy month, so we're going to see how this plays out. I'm going to try my best to do weekly reading vlogs, and then I have some exciting things going on later in December that aren't going to be reading vlogs, but they should still be exciting. I'm traveling for half of December and half of January, so it's gonna be a crazy couple months, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna do it together, and I'm gonna try my best to make this a priority when I'm on break, but with school right now, it's just not happening. So I have some time today to film. The lighting is decent-ish. And we're doing my December TBR. I didn't read much in November, so I don't know how realistic this actually is, especially with all of the traveling, but I'm hoping that I'll read a lot on planes. I never do, but we'll see. So let's get started. I'm gonna try and make this video short and sweet so that I can edit it and get it up for you guys either today or tomorrow. So for the month of December, my goal is to kind of finish up a bunch of books that I started earlier on in the year, or that I planned to read earlier on in the year and they're just I should have read them by now. So that is kind of what this TBR is. It's not necessarily a bunch of winter books or anything like that, so it's just kind of a mess. The first one being Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I think I read the first 12 pages the day it came out, and then I didn't pick it up, and then last month I got to page 204, and it is such a quick and easy read, and it's also really enjoyable. So my goal is to finish this. Each time I read it, I read 100 pages at a time, and it doesn't feel like any time has passed, so hopefully this can happen. I'm really liking it right now. This is about a boy who has racist parents. He's Korean American, and they want him to date a Korean American girl, and he likes this white girl, and so he has to come up with this scheme with one of his friends who is Korean American and is dating a Chinese boy, or maybe is he Chinese? I don't know. He's not Korean, and her parents want the same thing that his parents do. So they make a fake dating scheme, and I'm assuming they start falling in love, especially because the people that they're actually in relationships with don't know about this fake dating scheme. So it's a little messy. The next one was another one that I made a decent amount of progress in November, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I am on page 202 of this one, so again, halfway, and loving it. I love August so freaking much, and I haven't picked this up in such a long time, so let's all pray that I remember what's going on. But this is essentially about a world where there are monsters and there are humans, and the town that they live in, or the city that they live in, called Verity, is separated based on monsters on one side and humans on the other, I think is how it works anyway. And it's just kind of questioning, are monsters really evil and are humans completely good, or can that vary? So we're following a human and we're also following a monster, and I love it. I love it so much. It's so good, and I can't wait. I need to read this today, I think. If there's a noise in the background, it's my washing machine. The next one is one that I started over the summer and didn't finish, and that is Symptoms of a Heartbreak by Sona Charapotra. I screw up her name every time, and I apologize. But this is about a kid genius. Her name is Syra, and she is an Indian girl, and she becomes a doctor at the age of 16, and she's working with her mom, and she is an oncologist, and she falls in love with one of her patients because what is that? One of her patients who, because she is a pediatric doctor, and so he's her same age, but she's his doctor, so that's kind of conflict of interest right there. So I was really enjoying it. I'm 146 pages to read. I don't know what's going on. I'm 146 pages in. It was very easy to read, and again, it was one of those books that you pick it up and you read a bunch of pages and you didn't even realize that you read that much. The last one that I've actually started on this list is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I have not read the Illuminae Files. I know. But this is their second book second series that they're doing together, and it's about this guy who saves this girl from space on his like graduation day when he's supposed to pick like his platoon or something, and he gets like a bunch of misfits, and you would think that they would be a horrible team because they're a bunch of misfits and nobody even wanted them, and I'm assuming they're killing it. I want to listen to this one on audiobook, but when I was reading it, I got 35 pages in and I was really enjoying physically reading it, but I've heard that the audiobook is good, and I have a feeling that I'm going to really, really love this one despite everyone else just having mediocre feelings about it. I feel like I'm gonna love it. So, I mean, I already was loving it, and I was 35 pages in. So the next one is one that I did not start yet, but it's another one that I want to read on audiobook, and that is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I have again heard that the audiobook for this one is really, really good and kind of atmospheric and creepy. This came out forever ago and I just never read it, but this is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, which that Barbie movie was A1. I'm not even gonna, I love it. I want to rewatch it. That was my childhood, you know? So, but it's a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. A plow was going by. I apologize. A plow was not going by. Someone is plowing my driveway. Don't know who it is. Thank you, kind person. Anyway, this is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. There's this family with a bunch of daughters, and a bunch of the daughters have been dying off, and so everyone thinks that they are cursed, and then the main character is like, wait, how are these people all dying? Like, this seems a little fishy to me. And so it turns out that something or someone is killing them, and it's like, whoa. The last book that I physically own, and then we'll go to the other audiobooks that I don't own, is Monstrous. This is a graphic novel by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. I don't know how you pronounce it. But this is like a steampunk fantasy graphic novel. Brittany from Brittany the Bibliophile absolutely loves this graphic novel series more than Saga, and I got a comment on a video a little bit ago saying that it was really, really good from, I don't remember who it was, I'm sorry, but that made me want to read it even more, and of course I didn't get to it in November because I didn't read freaking anything in November, so hopefully this will happen. I am really excited, and I've been wanting to read it again since July, so fingers crossed. Lastly, I have 2 more audiobooks that I really want to get to. The first one is the one that I'm currently listening to, and that is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I'm only 4 chapters into it, and I didn't read the description before going in. I just knew it was like an adult contemporary, and so far it is about a girl named Chloe Brown who has a chronic illness. I don't know what it is yet, but she has chronic pain. I don't know what illness she has, but she has chronic pain, and there's this guy named Redford, and he is the superintendent of her apartment building, and they haven't really gotten along in the past, or like since she's moved in, and then some, like, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but I'm assuming he's the love interest. Other than that, I have no freaking idea what the book is about. Like I said, I'm like 4 chapters in. I'm really enjoying it though. It's funny and very intriguing, especially because she has chronic pain, and that's not something that I've ever read about, or even chronic illness in general, so I'm really curious to learn more about that. But yeah, that's the first audiobook of the 2 that I have to mention. The last book on my TBR for the month, and the last audiobook that I want to listen to, is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This is about a nanny who is in jail for killing a child, but she didn't actually do it, and so I think it's told in a series of letters, maybe. And the first one starts with her writing this letter to a lawyer saying, "You have to believe me, I didn't kill this child." And so it starts from there, and it sounds really creepy, and so many people were talking about it in like October when people were reading thrillers and I wasn't reading anything. and they absolutely loved it. And so I really want to read it. It sounds really good. And again, I've heard that the audiobook is amazing, so I'm gonna try it. But yeah, that's everything that I want to read for the month. I know it's a lot, and I'm sure around Christmas time I'll buy even more books because I have a problem, and I'll end up reading those too, but obviously I don't know what that's gonna look like yet. So anyway, that is it for my TBR. I know it was a lot, and I apologize about the inconsistency with videos, but hopefully I'm gonna be better about it this month. Again, for the millionth time, December is crazy busy, but I'm gonna try. I have a special surprise video that's coming. I don't know when it's gonna come, but either end of December or beginning of January, and I'm so freaking pumped. I'm going so many cool places, and I can't wait to take you guys along. Let me know if you want like videos of me traveling. I'm not going to be able to record sometime because some people don't even know that this exists, and I'm not ready to tell them, but for a decent amount I should be able to film and stuff. So let me know if that's something that you guys want or not. But yeah, I love you all so much. I hope that you're doing well reading, mentally and otherwise. I hope that December is a good reading month for you. I hope good things for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.